is Andreas Chapa. I'm a sales engineer with Innovative-IDM, and today I'm going to be showing you Yaskawa's new general purpose VFD, the GA800. But before I do that, I'd like to give you a quick overview of what Innovative-IDM does to help its American manufacturing customers stay globally competitive. So the first thing that Innovative-IDM does to help its American manufacturers is product distribution. We're a distributor for VFDs, HMIs, PLCs, robotics, your standard panel components, plus a lot more. Our main core lines include Yaskawa VFDs, SMC Pneumatics, Omron, Parker Hannifin, Wago, and Yaskawa Motion. The second thing that Innovative-IDM does is systems and integration, which consists of integration specialists for systems centered around collaborative robots, AC and DC drives, motion control, and more. Third on the list is contract manufacturing, where we'll put together a control panel for you. The fourth way we help our customers is through industrial field service that's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our field service guys can troubleshoot, upgrade, do some retrofitting, do some startups, on-site programming, preventative maintenance, and more. Last but not least, we offer industrial electronic repairs, and we can repair an AC or DC drive, a PLC, an HMI, a motion controller, anything with a board in it we can repair in-house. And typically we repair that around 40 to 50% of price of new. So let's get started now. So what I have here today is Yaskawa's new general purpose VFD, the GA800. Right now it's available up to 600 horsepower in the 480 volt range, and it's available up to 150 horsepower in the 240 volt range. In the future, it will be available up to 1,000 horsepower in the 480 volt range, and in the 240 volt range, it will be available up to 300 horsepower. So the GA800 is a general purpose VFD. So what that means is you can have this sitting on the shelf, ready to go, and it can go into a conveyor, a pump, an extruder. So it's going to handle normal duty and heavy duty applications. And a little bit about Yaskawa. Yaskawa is the largest VFD manufacturer in the world. When you think about Yaskawa, think about quality and fast delivery. They're stocking around upwards in the $10 to $20 million range in VFDs in Waukegan, Illinois. And all Yaskawa VFDs are spec'd in at 28 years mean time before failure, with a 0.0062% fuel failure rate. The closest competitor being 4%. So that really tells you how Yaskawa shines in terms of quality. So let's get a little bit closer here to this demo and show you a little bit more technical details of the Yaskawa GA800. In this demo unit that I have here, we're going to have our variable frequency drive, a power supply for the HMI, an Ethernet switch for the communications between the VFD and the HMI, an induction motor, of course our HMI right here, and some digital inputs, digital outputs, and analog inputs. So one thing I wanted to point out is these LED status lights that Yaskawa incorporated in their new general purpose VFD. So right now you can see it lit up blue, and it's just ready for a run command. So if we give it a run command, you're going to notice that it's going to light up green and it's going to light up blue at the same time. So this is indicating that everything's running smoothly. And really, Yaskawa did this for quick monitoring purposes. So if we were to simulate a fault with one of our digital inputs here, we're going to see it light up red. And let's go ahead and reset that. So let's talk a few more technical specifications of the GA800. Let's start with the motor. So right now we have an induction motor in this demo unit, but it is also compatible with surface permanent magnet motors, interior permanent magnet, and synchronous reluctant motors. And you can run the motors in open and closed loop current vector mode and open and closed loop volts over frequency as well. For our digital inputs, we have right out of the box, we can do 8 digital inputs, 4 digital outputs, 3 analog inputs, and 2 analog outputs. With, of course, there is room for expansion if your application requires more I/O. So the GA800 is going to come standard with Modbus for its communication protocol, And there is communication expansion cards available for your preferred method of communication for your application. So right now we have an Omron NB series HMI that we can use to send some commands to the drive. So if we go to our command input selection, right now the drive is waiting for an analog input and a digital input to run. So if we change that to Modbus and go to our operating screen, we can now use the HMI to run our VFD. Last but not least, I want to talk about the keypad for the GA800. So the GA800 does have an option for a Bluetooth keypad that you can connect with your mobile device through the Yaskawa Drive Wizard mobile application. The Yaskawa Drive Wizard app is free to download from the Android store and Apple store as well. And some of the things that you can do on here is access the tech manual for the GA800. And my favorite thing about it is, for example, when the drive generates a fault, the app will take me straight to that part of the tech manual that I will need to use to troubleshoot and reset that fault on the VFD. Other things you can do on the Drive Wizard app is use the smart operator function, which can help you monitor the status of the drive while it's running, and you can also set some parameters on the drive as well. Another function is you can use the manage parameters function, which will help you back up and restore some parameters on the VFD, and you can store them on the Yaskawa cloud free of charge. So that pretty much wraps it up. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. If you have any questions or if you have any applications that the GA800 could go into, feel free to reach me via email or my direct cell phone. Thanks.